Welcome back to Love Ru Anime Review Part 10A. You're probably thinking, why are you splitting the video in half? Well, I have a good reason. It's getting kind of late, and I didn't have time to finish watching the other two episodes. I'll probably finish watching them tomorrow. So, for this one, I'm discussing just 2 episodes instead of 4. Discussing episodes 9 and 10 for the series. Now, these are the chapters they adapted. Basically, 41 not 41. Episode 9 of Monster to Love Ru cover chapters 130, 152 to 154. For episode 10, it's 129, 147, 155. From what I can tell for some of these, it seems as though they don't really change much anything of these ones. Except they kind of basically move some stuff around, visually wise. And mostly very similar dialogue. The first segment is From Whom the Bell Tolls. This is the Christmas episode. And this episode is the first and probably going to be the only appearance of Rito Menken's parents in the series. Yes, the father finally appears in the anime. And it's not his debut for the manga. I'm like, seriously, why in the world would the anime do this for? It's so freaking dumb. Yep. So, basically, you have Rita going to invite Yumi to the Christmas party that they're having at their house. And on the way to finding Yumi, he goes and runs into Haruna. Fights her too. Says, nah, my parents are in town, I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm going to see them again. But she does come for the end of the episode. Yep. So, pretty much, then he finds her, and he's like, oh, you gotta come to that? It's like, no, please listen to me. Like, okay, he's just Christmas party. Yeah, in the manga, you actually see her reaction to this. In the anime, it's like, oh, cut to the outside, don't see her reaction to it. Like, I hate the way these places. So, comes along anyways. For Miken. Okay, cool. And then, of course, well, they get home. Miken is very happy to see Yumi. And then, then you have Lala dressed in a Santa helper outfit. Has a bag with a symbol for Devil Luke. And opens up, and it's Rito Menken's parents. Yep. Like, oh, I would just... Yeah, we basically see Rito's mom, a character who very rarely appears in the series. even rarer than Rito's father. Basically, like, I was just in Paris, like, just a moment ago. And a lot of it is, oh yeah, we were able to transport via my spaceship. Okay. And what about, well... What about Rito's father? Well, he was able to get done basically get that line done thanks to Zestin doing the final touch on his manga. Okay. And then Haruna shows up saying, well, parents gave permission to basically come here. Okay, fine. Which I thought was so funny. Yep, and then they had the Christmas party, have a lot of fun. The thing kind of strangely ends with Rito's mom asking, whose child is this? It's a plant! It's basically everybody's child. It's so funny. Yep. And it's Troubling Rampage. This is taken from a couple of chapters. This one mostly is the same from what the chapter is adapted from. Yeah, it's from 2 chapters. Well, pretty much you have basically where apparently Rito wakes up late and apparently wakes up and he has panties on his ear. And you're probably thinking, what the heck are panties doing in his ear? Well, apparently Momo decided to put him on his ear. Also, they decided to do a little different censoring this time. Instead of doing the blinding light, they decided to basically black out her not wearing panties. Okay, that censoring is fine. It's not really big of an issue. They do kind of this a little bit later. At least they don't have the blinding light bullcrap. My guess is the people who were censoring probably got a lot of bullcrap about it. So for replace the blinding light to have this black filter type of thing. Oh, and by the way, in case you want to know, this is going any place. No, not really. It's basically forgotten about by the end of the episode. Yeah, so as for why Momo decided to do this, don't have any idea. So apparently Puku basically was charging. Apparently Lala didn't charge him overnight, so wait to get charged to get to school, but he's running late. So apparently we have Mo bring him a device supposedly to charge him, But it's the wrong device. It turns out it's a device that merges physical transference, basically putting Rito inside Puke's body. Like, wow, it's like a lot of dimensions really like screwing around with Rito. Yep, so now what he does basically, like, he transforms like Trump into Jimmy outfit, but basically puts on the apron instead, and then the apron wear over a naked body. Yeah, this is the typical romantic stuff here. So they put him goes, this lasts for a good while. Of course, he's basically nervous when he's around Lala, when she's like naked. So then he started going haywire by putting Howard in a bunny suit and putting Archo in a, I think it was like a I'm trying to think, what was it? It was like, now he puts Yui in a cat suit. Well, basically cat attire. And it was like all the various other outfits that Lala basically wore over the course of the series. And then eventually she got a replacement, basically this little heart badge. And eventually basically the device wore off in a couple hours. It's really not brought up again. Loving Idol this is quite an interesting one. Run invites Rito out to be basically her pretend boyfriend for one day. Because she lied to Kyoto about it. Yeah, she lied about having a boyfriend. And basically, yeah, they just hang out with her for a while. And then, of course, well, then she mentions about how Lala is a big fan of hers. And then, of course, well, she kind of figures out, later that these two are not really dating. They're just basically pretending. So, then, of course, the principal shows up, still being a pervert. And, and of course, then he gets burned. And he gets burned by Kyoto again. This is like the second time in the series that he's done it to her. And then, of course, they feel, oh yeah, that they're not dating. Of course, Kyoto probably, she already knew that because awkward heading halfway through their date. And then, of course, so their clothes got ruined thanks to the device that Ren brought with them. So, instead of going buy new clothes, runs into Lala. And Lala basically is like so happy to meet her biggest, like, meet the one he's a big fan of, which is Kyoto. And it's like, I have some things to ask you. And that's the thing ends. It's quite hilarious, to say the least. Alright, next one is, this is a weird one. Another really odd one, to say the least. Pollen telepathy. So, Rito takes Colleen out, basically for a walk, and runs into Yui. Just by sheer coincidence. Yep. They go to the park, Colleen runs around, and they talk for a while, and of course this old lady thinks that the child is actually theirs, even though she's a plant. And then she just starts drinking some Coke for some reason. Yeah, drinking Coke, and then of course she buys it for her. And that somehow gets her drunk. Somehow. Yeah, drinking Coca-Cola gets you drunk. Not alcohol for this plant, it's freaking Coca-Cola. Then she starts spraying pollen on everybody, where apparently everybody's fallen in love with her. With Rito because of Colleen's love for him. Love her. Yep, so first we have Saki doing it, where she got a plant in her head. Then she starts basically taking off her top, and then having Rito basically grope her. And he gets away. Apparently her two subordinates basically got the flowers like everybody's have, including the principal. And Rito had a very terrible time with it, so apparently Yui decided to go home with him for some strange reason. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting one, to say the least. Next one, of course, is Girls' Feelings. Yeah, basically you have Rito and Lala basically out shopping, and of course Lala has to go home because this episode of The Magic Girl is on, okay? Excuse me. Yeah, Magic Girl is on, so runs home. She goes shopping, and then of course he runs into Risa, who's trying to get ready from a gawky guy. So basically, as a thank you, she takes him to a maid cafe. Yes, a maid cafe. This is something I've also seen in a few different anime. Like, this has also popped up in the shorts for ReZero. I believe it's also popped up in Isekai Quartet. Let's see. Oh yeah, this also popped up in My Bride is a Mermaid several times. This was even a place where Sun basically later started working. I'm trying to think, it was like a few anime I've come across basically have been like this. A maid cafe. Yeah. So. Yeah. Then they basically, apparently, they stay out so late, and then of course Risa's dad takes her to her house, then take him into her bedroom where it looks like they're about to do it, and because he's nervous, he goes home, and of course it's very implied that she has fallen in love with him, despite the fact she spends a lot of the time part of this groping all the girls, well, mostly going to Haruna, and of course, well, Yui. Next one is Heart-Throbbing Email. This is a very odd one, to say the least. Starts out very weirdly, where Rito was basically asked for Yui. Well, he runs into her. Well, basically, he was looking for her because he wanted to borrow a book from her. A book that he needs for his dad, for his work as, because he's a manga artist. So, we finished, but can I borrow it? Because all the stores sold out of this book, and my dad needs it for research. So, okay. And then, of course, there comes a weird thing of emails where first, basically, apparently, after getting home, apparently he spent a lot of time weeding. Yes, weeding. He got so tired he was sleeping. So, then pretty much, right after, he's, asleep. So, Momo decides to send basically a bunch of messages, a little secret, and then it had the thing end with, apparently, Celine decided to take a picture of Lala butt naked. The left of her groin is covered up by her tail. And then the thing ends with her saying, "Sexual harassment!" And I'm thinking, why the heck would Rito send her a picture of a naked picture of his fiance? Why the heck would he want to do that for? Would she question that? Nope, but that's how the thing ends. Yeah. I gotta say, 2 good episodes. And, like I said before the start of this, I wanted to basically I wanted at least one more video tonight before the night was over. So basically, tomorrow, I will definitely cap off the series. Oh, yes. I thought it would be today. But, nope. Looks like it's going to be tomorrow when I'll cap off the series. Yep. But tomorrow, I'll discuss my final video for this series. Part 10B. And I'll discuss that one. Not only the last 2 episodes of this series, but also basically discuss chapters that the series skipped over. And how many they skipped over. Yeah. And I'm not really sure why they skipped over this stuff, but they did. Yep. Now, in case I may have a Comic Corner coming tomorrow, too. So, expect to see that tomorrow. Okay? See you next video. Bye.